You mentioned Tom Brady a few moments ago, and Brady obviously took a different path this past year. He left New England, a place he was comfortable in, a place he was very successful with, and took on a new challenge during a pandemic, goes out there, wins a Super Bowl, and probably answered a lot of his own questions and maybe self-doubt. You know, can I do this without Belichick? Can I go out on my own and win? And we applied it briefly in the last segment to the Pittsburgh Penguins and their situation, where they've got a new GM, a new president of hockey operations, Ron Hextall and Brian Burke, and how we don't see it on this show, that Pittsburgh team being cup competitive right now. The way they're built, they just do not look like a team. They may not make the playoffs, let alone go on a cup run. And if maybe a guy like Crosby, who's in a very similar position, been in Pittsburgh, won 3 cups, been to 4, if he might look at Brady and be inspired by that. And if they're going to take a step back in Pittsburgh that might take 3 or 4 years to turn the corner, could you see Sid being at least intrigued by the idea of taking his talent somewhere else to see if he can do it in a different environment?
Well, I mean, I think we see a lot of change with players, not only just older players, but younger players. I mean, look what just happened in Winnipeg with Jack Roslovic and Patrick Laine and Pierre-Luc Dubois in Columbus. They're young, and they go, hey, I don't want to play here. Get me out of here, right? And so, you know, now you get older players. And certainly Tom Brady's a great example. And he says, hey, you know what? Yeah, I still want to win, and I don't think I can do it here, so maybe I want to explore that. I think that that's inspiration for anybody. And if we want to use Sidney Crosby as an example, it's inspiration for him to do it. Because the thing that I always feel about those guys, they're wired to win. They're not playing to participate in a game. They're not just, oh, yeah, I'm going to come and play a regular season. Oh, if I make the playoffs, they're wired to win. Sidney Crosby's wired to win. Tom Brady's wired to win. LeBron James is wired to win. That's what drives them. We know they have exceptional skill. So I really think that that people watching Brady and being around sports and saying, hey, I still want to win, I think that it's something that you have to allow for the possibility to happen, not just with Sidney Crosby, but with others.